So the enforcer already has the driver's license for this vehicle, but the driver of this one is unwilling to hand it over at the moment.
Sir, pwede po makausap lang po. Attorney.
Right now the MMDA are on Commonwealth and they're gonna be issuing tickets to any illegally parked vehicles, and if there's no driver they'll actually tow them away. So you can see there are 3 vehicles here right now. The first 2 are attended with drivers, so they're being ticketed. This one doesn't appear to have a driver, so if the driver doesn't appear very quickly, it's going to be towed away. If you look here, you can see there's a sign that says no parking this side. The first car appears to be a red plate. They are issuing a ticket. Then you have this vehicle, and then you have this one. It looks like the driver's just appeared, so it will be a ticket instead of being towed. As I've mentioned in the past, a ticket for illegal parking on Commonwealth is much more expensive than other areas. It's around 1,200. And further along the road here, they're issuing a ticket to this truck, which is also parked. They're just asking now to see their driver's license and their relevant documents to make sure everything's okay with this vehicle.
Alam niyo yung kampanya ng presidente, lahat sa Colorum, di ba? Kasi yung Colorum, sila yung nakikipagkompetensya sa mga legal. So kung papabiyahin lang natin yung legal, yung mga illegal, i-stop na natin. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, Colorum kayo hindi?
Sir.
Ha?
Opo, sir.
Colorum hindi?
Opo.
Colorum. So, impound natin to.
And Bong is advising them now to send someone to escort this and make sure it actually makes it to the impound. They do sometimes do that depending on the situation. Right now they're issuing tickets to this vehicle that was parked. It looks like he just picked up his passenger, and then 2 other vehicles down there. Although it looks like this vehicle is trying to leave, but they're going to insist that they see the driver's license and issue the ticket. Let's go further down and look at the other vehicles. So the enforcer already has the driver's license for this vehicle, but the driver of this one is unwilling to hand it over at the moment.
Sir, pwede po makausap lang po. Attorney. Sa ano po kami? Sa
Because kami nakipag-usap during operations kasi baka mapulaan kami, no? Na nakikipagnegosasyon o kaya nakikipag-usap sa mga opisyal, ano? Sir, ano lang naman po to, yung simple lang po itong apprehensions natin. Hindi po namin kukunin ang lisensya nyo, ibibigay din po namin. Obstruction lang po to, sir. Kailangan po namin linisin yung EDSA kasi umiiksi, yung communal dahil umiiksi na po eh. Lahat naman po titikitan natin.
po, may nakausap po kasi ako kanina sa inyo nakamotor.
Opo.
Ang sabi ko, sandali lang, tatawagan ko lang kasi yung pasahero ko, kasi pababa na.
Oo. Nasaan ba yung pasahero, sir?
Nandito po.
Okay. Sir, ganito na lang po, kasi pwede nyo pong i-park sa loob, makiusap kayo sa guard. Ngayon, ang problema kasi natin, sir, may may tasking kami dito. Pasensya na po.
Okay, and there you go. They now have the driver's license. They can issue the ticket and move on. So you can see these businesses are blocking the sidewalk. They can actually issue tickets for this. It comes under the environmental something. So it's similar to violations for cars, except for it's things like this blocking the sidewalk. So they can actually issue tickets for this. And I think if you regularly swept this area and gave a ticket every single time, they would soon stop blocking the sidewalk and they would keep stuff inside their own property. I'm not sure what that card is that he showed him, but it's not a driver's license. He's now been able to secure the driver's license, so he'll just issue a ticket. And they're also issuing a ticket to this one here. Right now they're checking out this business, the car wash and pro detailing. They're also issuing tickets to jeepneys that were parked here waiting maybe to be washed, or for whatever reason they were parked here. So right now they're writing out an environmental violation receipt, which is basically a ticket. What's the violation? Obstruction. Thank you.
Sidewalk for their business in car wash.
Using the sidewalk for their business. And so far, were they able to produce any paperwork like around a clearance, business permit, nothing? Okay, thank you. It looks like 3 motorcycles have been impounded also. Let me ask why. So I just verified now they were impounded for illegal parking, no drivers. This vehicle has been impounded. You can see they've connected the tow truck. The driver or someone associated with it was saying, we're with Major someone. But once the camera came out, they're not willing to say the name anymore. So regardless of whoever they name drop, they're still going to impound the vehicle. It's already impounded. Bad luck for this tricycle driver because they just caught him counterflowing and they're now going to pull him over. So So I think what happened was they were queued here, illegal terminal. He tried to flee, counterflowed, and then nearly ran into the MMDA patrol car. This one's being impounded right now because the driver can't show a license. This one they had the problem with is also being impounded because he also can't show a license. He said he has one, but he left it at home. This driver's handed over a license, but no ORCR or franchise papers. And they're just pushing it over to the impound truck now, to the tow truck.
Lahat yon nagtutulong-tulong para alisin yung mga Colorum. Lahat yan, tricycle, jeepney, bus, ultimong Colorum cargo, titirahin namin. Okay? So walang exempted dito. So kung kayo legal, dalhin nyo yung papel. Xerox copy, pwede na yan. Magdala ng lisensya. Kung may mga protector kayong binabayaran, ha? Kung akala nyo prenoprotektahan kayo, dali. Wala na yan, ginaubra. Galing presidente ang nito, ang direktiba nito, lahat tayo dito sama-sama. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, kung wala kayong prangkisa, huwag kayo bumiyahe. Asikasuhin nyo yung prangkisa nyo bago kayo bumiyahe. Kung wala kayong lisensya, student permit lang, bawal yan. Kaya nga, so kung meron kayo, ipakita natin. Okay? Malinaw tayo doon ha. Sabihin nyo sa mga kasamahan niya dahil once na dumabo kami dito, ganun ang gagawin namin. Pasensyahan na lang. Okay, boss. Ha?
And here goes another tricycle. Pretty much the majority of those tricycles were impounded either for no license or student permit or no franchise papers, no OR, no CR. So pretty much most of them were impounded, if not all of them.
So ano to? Bigay sa inyo. Bawal kasi mag-terminal dito, Nay. Bawal mag-terminal dito.
It used to be related to the terminal.
Pero nandun pa po sa kasi hindi mo kami naiwanan dito ng permit kasi bago po nagbayad.
Aside from the tricycle terminal, if you look at this is basically a business set up here in the road. The sidewalk's blocked, the road's blocked. They've even put up tents here, which, well, you can read it for yourself. I don't know if these were donated or whatever, but this itself shouldn't be here, I don't think. We don't have the street clearing group with us today, but they can issue a ticket, these environmental ones, for obstruction here on the road and the sidewalk. Hopefully they'll take it down themselves, otherwise the MMDA street clearing group, sidewalk clearing group will have to go here and they'll be the ones to dismantle it. I just saw a rider stopped with no helmet. Hopefully he has a driver's license. Let's move closer and verify. The driver does have a license, so they'll just issue a ticket for a no helmet. Here you can see the Google Street View. Hopefully we're going to be on that now. So this is what I look like. I'm giving them a peace sign. Hopefully I'll be on that once they update. So here you can see the tow truck's getting ready to pick up one of these cars. It's parked right next to the sign which says no parking both sides. So they'll tow this one. I think there's a driver in the one behind, so that will just be a ticket. They're also looking at these vehicles which are parked here. The area's been converted to a parking area. But this is meant to be a public space. They're going to give a chance for the drivers to appear and move these vehicles. If they don't, they're going to be towed away. I suspect that some of these, or most of these, have been sitting here for a very long time. Unfortunately, this is reality of many road widening projects. Instead of being used to increase the capacity of the road, people just rope it off and then make it into private parking, extend their homes, extend their businesses. It's quite depressing actually, because a lot of money goes into this and ultimately it's really not put to the proper use. Now, of course, there are other issues with this kind of road widening, because sometimes they leave the electrical posts in the middle and it might be a year, 2 years or 3 years before they actually remove those posts and make it possible for cars to pass through. But that doesn't mean that private homes and private businesses can take over the public property. Over here they've already picked up one car, they're taking it away. And behind me they're getting ready to tow these other cars away. I think 1 or 2 drivers might come out, so they'll just be issued tickets and be told to move the vehicle. But those that don't have drivers will get towed. And they've just finished picking up this one and they're taking it away now. Some of the vehicles have been ticketed and they've been allowed to move, but those that don't have a driver are being towed away. There's a motorcycle rider here with no helmet. Looks like he's about to be apprehended. Okay, so he has a driver's license. They'll just issue a ticket for no helmet. That is 1,500.